Hey, welcome to a little companion video for podcast episode number 258. In the episode, the first challenge I gave you was all about figuring out your win rates with 3-bet value hands and the non-3-bet value hands. So that's what I'm about to show you right now. Utilizing PokerTracker 4, we're going to filter for 3-bets made with pocket jacks and greater and ace king. And then we'll take a look at non-pocket jacks or better and non-ace king 3-bets. Let's do this. Alrighty, so here is PokerTracker 4. It's already filtered for this year in my database for 3-betting pre-flop. Now I have the little Excel spreadsheet right here, so we can keep track of numbers as we go and do the filtering, because it's really easy to forget the numbers from prior filters, right? So first off, 3-bet totals up at the top. The number of hands I 3-bet this year so far is only 393. Granted, I've only played like roughly 20,000 hands for the year. It's been kind of a slow year when it comes to playing poker for me. The win rate is positive 517 big blinds per 100 hands. This also means that per hand, I am making positive 5.17 to big blinds every time I 3-bet. Now, to figure out the percentage of winning hands, we could go through each of these out of the 95, count up the number of winning hands, and, do it step by step. But what a boring, time-consuming process. Instead, go to hand details, win, loss, player, one hand, turn it on. Now we're seeing 3-betting, and I won. Oh, that's very nice. 309 at that point. We might as well put, that's the percentage of winning hands. My bad. 309 divided by 393 equals 78% winning hands right there, and a positive win rate of 1464. That's pretty nice when we're winning those hands, right? Now, that just goes to show if I'm winning 79% of hands, some of them are pre-flop, some of them are on the flop, the turn, or the river, or showdown, of course. So I'm doing a pretty good job right here. I think I'm making decent selections when it comes to the hands I choose to 3-bet, regardless of their strength right now. But let's actually take that into account now. Let's see with different strengths. Go to more filters. We're going to remove the player one hand. We'll put that back in just a little bit. Add filter. Values, whole card range, hold'em hand range, and of course we're thinking about pocket jacks or better and ace king, the most common value 3-betting hands. I could have included tens, but just didn't feel like it. Jacks or better, ace king. So the number of hands now, what do we got? 203 hands with a win rate of 829. Pretty darn nice. Now, once again, let's add one more filter. Player won the hand. So we're going from 203 down to, 165. That's nice. That's roughly 80%, give or take. 81% of hands. Sweet. And when I do win, 1,816. So you can see when I'm winning those hands with the value hands, I am making so much each time. 18 big blinds on average each time I win with one of these value hands right here. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the non-value hands, what my win rates are. Hopefully they're positive. Anything negative means I have a leak. As long as they're slightly positive, I'm making some money by doing so. So we're going to go to more filters. Let's get rid of player one hand. And then this one right here, 3-betting preflop, of course, but all we have to do is select not. Now it's going to look at all the other potential hands that we could be holding, minus those bad boys. 190. Oh, at least I'm positive. My win rate is positive 185. That means every time I am 3-betting with a non-value hand, on average I'm making 1.85 big blinds. Not too shabby. Not too disappointed with that, And just to complete this little spreadsheet here. Now my guess winning is going to be, I don't know, down to 55% from 78 to 81, 55% maybe. 144. Oh wow, way better than I had just originally thought just then. 144 divided by 190 equals 76%. So not too bad. A little bit lower than the winning percentages total 3-bets here. Not too shabby, but of course when I'm winning, hey, you got to be positive, right? 1,061 big blinds per 100 hands, or 10.61 every time I win the hand after 3-betting. So I'm liking those numbers there. But let's go through now. One of the reasons I'm having you do this as a challenge is so now you need to go back through your hands, especially the non-value hands, and take a look at some of your biggest losers or some hands that just don't make sense to you. Like, why would I 3-bet in that instance? So we could take a look by whole card here. Ace Queen makes sense to 3-bet Ace Jack. Ace 4 offsuit, not a fan of those, but maybe I'm choosing good opportunities to make those 3-bet bluffs. So you could take a look at it by cards. Queen Jack, Queen 10, normally a calling hand, but maybe I turned it into a nice little 3-bet bluff on the button this time here. Ooh, pocket 10s losing at $11, 114 big blinds I lost with this. Let's take a look. So under the gun, G Wes, 4620, very loose aggressive player, right? So you can understand why I'm 3-betting him here with the pocket 10s to a full 13 big blinds. Fold, fold, and then he calls. Great. Flopping that over card. Not the scariest of boards, though, for me. Oh, but he leads out for a full pot-sized bet. I am not liking this. Diamond draws, straight draws with a 9-10 possibly. If he is capable of open raising and then calling with the 9-10, you see he's only folding 38% of the time. I don't like this spot. I don't mind calling this one time to see what he does on the turn. I do have position on him. But as soon as I shove, I'm making his decision easy. He's basically only calling with a jack, right? Maybe even like jack king of diamonds, a pair plus a flush draw, plus another overcard kind of thing. Just a bad situation. I'm making his decision too easy right here. And what does he have? Oh, King Jack. Wow. Look at that. 2 diamonds for the flush draw plus a pair. Terrible situation. I do not like that raise at all on the flop right there versus a full pot-sized donk bet. This guy's telling me that he likes his hand at this point. Normally folds 60% of the time, but donking pot equals a strong hand for sure. So let's take a look here in the MP now. Look at some losing hands, which is only one, the ace queen. Let's take a look. Why did I raise and then fold in this one? A raise right there from Wild Boar, who's kind of a loose, aggressive player, a bit passive, but still raising at 16% right there. We come over the top 9 big blinds. I like the sizing. Oh, cold 4-bet from a relatively unknown player, making it over 3 times our sizing. Yeah, I'm totally down with folding this hand right here. Just don't know anything about him, right? 25 hands. He's looking loose aggressive, but it's just not enough hands to really gauge anything. Haven't seen any 3-bets yet. Haven't seen any 4-bets. Probably don't know much from showdown from him. Yeah, good fold right there. So when it comes to the biggest losers, sure, I lost that pocket 10s versus King Jack, and that was a good hand to review. What other kind of big losers do we got? We see a lot of hands in the big blind where I'm 3-betting. Ooh, ace 8 offsuit, ace jack offsuit. Big blind as well. So let's take a look at these bad boys right here. Now, the 3-bet might have been a good 3-bet. We've got a loose aggressive player making it 3 big blinds. They only fold 50%. We do have an ace blocker. I do not fault myself at all for 3-betting here, just in hopes of him folding, you know. But he calls, what a shame. Hopefully, I have a plan for the flop. Now, I should have a plan if I am going to c-bet right here. He folds on the turn quite a bit, more turn honest of a player. So if I c-bet the flop, I have to follow through with the turn c-bet, because in general, he doesn't fold flops, but he folds turns. If I do a one and done as a 3-better in this spot, it's kind of a bad decision. Oh, we hit that ace at least. But if you think about it, his opening and then calling range, ace 10, ace jack, ace queen, ace king is in it. Maybe other random suited aces are in it as well. So we could be chopping, we could be beat right here. $2, a little less than half pot. Oh, and he raises it. This is a really dry board. I'm assuming that he has one of those decent aces I just mentioned, and all of them, just about all of them, outkick us right here. But I'm fine with at least one call, but I hate the shove. I hate it. If he's raising, he has an ace. Actually, I'm not even fine with a call. As soon as we call, that pot's so big, he's just going all in on the turn, and then we're hoping our ace 8 is good, which it isn't right now. Let's see what happens. Ace jack makes total sense. What a bummer of a hand. What about this other one? Ace jack offsuit ourselves. A raise from unknown player coming in under the gun, 3 big blinds. I'm totally fine with a 3-bet right here. Even though we don't know much about him, we have a 2-gapper card. It's an ace blocker as well. Hit that ace. Check. Now we bet $3, so you could see from these two hands, I might have kind of a bet sizing tell, right? I hit a top pair with a really weak kicker, make it a 40% pot. Top pair, decent kicker, I'm making it 60% pot in the exact same situation. So this is a really good note for myself. Bet sizing tells I'm betting smaller when I don't like my hand as much. Comes in with a call. Okay, I'm fine with that right here. Now, the 6 hits, I guess it completes a draw with a 3-5, but who's open raising and then calling with a 3-5? Not too many players at all. Doesn't change much on the board. If I was ahead on the flop, I'm ahead now on the turn as well. So I bet, oh, look at the size of that bet, going from 60% up to 81% pot. Man, that's a big bet. And then he just calls right here. The 3 hits, oh, pocket 5s hit a straight. Ace 5 hit a straight as well. Ace 3, Ace 6 has 2 pair. I'm not liking my jack kicker all that much. I think a check behind is in order. And good, I check. I bet you he has 2 pair. Ace 4. Oh, he had Ace 5. Man, what a shame. It makes sense, though, the way he played it right there. Still calling with that draw on the turn with that top pair hand. Maybe he's thinking I could be double barrel bluffing with pocket kings or something, and his ace cracks me, you know. What a bummer, but a lot of stuff to learn from these hands right here. So I highly recommend that you do this practice for yourself. You can see, I mean, we've only been on the video for like 10 minutes here, and I've already learned some pretty good stuff about myself. Imagine what you might be able to learn about yourself, the kind of mistakes that you're going to find that you make, and then, of course, once you learn those mistakes, it's time to get to work on the felt to correct them. Well, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Select or subscribe to the channel below, hit that thumbs up button, and leave a comment if you feel so inclined. Thanks again, and I'll catch you on the felt.